Hey guys, it's Rax, and today I'm going to be doing some analyzation for not only for myself but to show you guys, if you want to improve and let's say you're like a plat or whatever and you want to actually genuinely start to get better, self-analyzation is probably the best way to. Now, to start with, this is a Mozzie clip. I think it's from Casual, yeah. These clips are from Casual, and I actually did end up hitting Gold 3 after that video I made about Bronze to Silver. But well, I say hit. I would say climb back up because yeah, I'm not a silver player. But here's if you guys are wondering actually before we go into it, I got back to Gold 3 by just 5 stacking, and when I got teammates that I knew that were good and I could trust, we easily won most of our games. I'm getting on with the video. I know this is a casual clip, but I want to talk about what I've done here. What good I've done, and also what I would have also what I could have done better. Now, as you can see, the pro phase just ended, and I got a Mozzie drone. So, in most situations, especially in this type of meta, you'll use Mozzie aggressively. Now, I'm blind Mozzie main right now, as I like a Mozzie with the P10 angled flash hider, and I think this is a holo. Yeah, the vortex sight. Really a fan of it. That's what I've been using lately. And I'm making a rotate here. I'm holding elevator, because it's an off angle, and when I get aggressive with Mozzie's drone for intel, and let's say a jackal walks down the hallway, they're not going to expect me here. And also the hatch behind me, I've destroyed, so I can easily rotate out if I want to. So this is why I'm playing elevator. I know it's more casual, but this is why. So now I decide after I make that rotate here, get on my drone and look to see, where enemies are, or where they are. A jackal dies from what? A jackal kills Frost for Might, so that tells me, and I have a drone on him, I see him running down, so I'm like, okay, let's have a triangle here, because he definitely found killing the buck, killed the wrong guy, but I mean it works. Here, I was walking backwards to drop the hatch to fall off this, but while doing that, I obviously end up just picking up the frag and just double it. Wait, that wasn't even Jackal, that was someone else. What? Who did I kill? Oh no, Buck was down, so I killed the Buck, right? And I drop, rotate. Now, this is a bad play on my part. Instead of getting aggressive here for the kill. Well, you know what, there was nothing really about that. It turns into a 1v1, or 4v1. Ash just kills, Ash just killed one of my teammates, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll check where he died in a second. Let me just get on my cam, and I see the death icon, right? See the death icon. So I'm immediately like, okay, so she's probably hanging out on Skylight, and obviously I see her. So I don't get aggressive with this intel yet. I just wait it out, because I mean, guys, okay. In this situation, what you should thinking about is where she can enter from, where the attackers have already reached where she can enter from, because especially with this amount of time left on your hands, you don't have to be aggressive, especially since it's a 3v1. That's a easy win if you play it properly. If you can literally anchor and hold it properly, because to win a 1vx, it's all about individualizing enemies, because obviously if it's a 1v3, you want to make it a 1v1 against the Mozzie. You want to make it a 1v1 against the Jaeger, and you want to make it a 1v1 against the Vigil, and win those individually, so it becomes easier for you. But that's how I see it, and that's why I decided not to do anything. I'm on my drone here. Jaeger is pushing up. I'm just waiting, or I'm just watching to see if the Ash is still there. There's clip sense here. And I got off my drone, and I decided to hold a different off angle, because as I was thinking, I was like, hey, she probably knows I'm there. If they're in a party together, or if she just had that sort of knowledge, like, oh yeah, Mozzie's probably an elevator. Common knowledge, and you can see I get a drone next to me, and I see the Jaeger getting shut up right here. Okay, here's another pivot point. So, me moving up here, right? So I was over here. I was over here in stock, right? This is stock. I'm in stock. Ash is now this time. Ash is either came in from double door here and has swung on the Jaeger and taken him out, or still on Skylight, and I don't know. So, you know, if she was on Skylight, cool, it's fine. But she ended up actually, yeah, swing on double door like I predicted. Now, at this point, I was actually kind of scared of, you know, the two windows in stock, the two double windows in stock. I was scared that she was going to come in one of those and see my feet or something through like through the wall, but she didn't end up going through stock until, that's her drone right there. That's her drone. So she droned me out. I know she's at least on the balcony in that area. What do I do? This is what I do. This is obviously me getting aggressive, right? So, after she drove me out, instead of overreacting, I just decided, hey, why not just get aggressive, hold a tight angle because she knows that I'm here, and I ended up picking up a nice kill on the Ash.
Eliminated.
Again, that's a lot of information to take in, so watching will be good. Okay. Here is a sledge clip that I got, another clip actually, I think the game after. So, my individual play mattered a lot here. See, we have three of my teammates, well, pretty much four of my teammates, including the Dokkaebi, all on like, pretty much near Snowmobile Garage. I'm guessing that's where they're going, or they're gonna go through, double door / double window, in the main lobby. So, I'm like, okay, since it's basement, I should just go to Silver Stairs to create a pinch for my team later on if they take control of one of the stairs, or if they open up Snowmobile Garage. Another good decision I made was quick droning. So I quickly droned in, very quickly, right? So I droned in, checked the door, I checked bar to see if anyone was holding an angle. I didn't go in bar, I just checked the angles that I was exposed to. Went to games, except I didn't. I only checked the angles I was exposed to in games and not actually checking games. And I quickly just had a glance on Silver Stairs, and also I had sound, so you know it was pretty. It would have been pretty obvious if someone was on Silver. No one was on Silver. Quickly join that, and I'm like, okay, that's all clear. Let's enter. And guys, one thing about this matter and getting aggressive and all that, playing off intel that is very new. Do not play off old intel. Like, as soon as you drone, droning, push with drones that are close. So, if you drone a room, don't go and drone like the opposite, all the way to the opposite side of the map, because guess what? All the intel is going to become outdated, and who knows, maybe a cav could have already came into the room that you joined first. Who knows, because the intel is outdated, so never play on outdated. And that paid off right there. I had a quick frag, and obviously my teammate did help out with that kill a lot. But I did get a frag onto the cav, just shooting at something. I see an ally, I go for the frag, and then realize I saw her until the last second. And now, here's the situation I'm in. You know, I have silver control, full silver control, but I have no intel. All I know is that there's 3 live, and I just saw one of them in sight. There's one there, at least, and I'm thinking Cade's there as well, so there's 2 in there, and one is, you know, like, I don't know where she is, I don't know where the last guy is. So, I don't know, but I go for the peek here, crouched, and I see that guy. I see, was it the Cade? Was the Cade. Cade dead, and now the LSR's pre-firing me. And here I potato. There's a lot of things that went wrong there. Instead of pushing this, especially since the Nomad was on main and she literally flashed this area, was a terrible mistake. I shouldn't have pushed. I potatoed, and I walked into a line of sight where she was pre-firing me. Those were a bunch of mistakes. Fortunately, I got really lucky. I didn't even get flashed, and she missed the headshot. And here, I heard a flank. Did you guys hear that jump from Frost? So I assumed Frost was either on like top of Silver Stairs, or she was coming from like games room or bar, and she like jumped over something. So there was someone definitely above me. I don't know where Glaz was, but I know for a fact no one was upstairs in that area at that time. So I decided to sit in the flank instead of sitting here. So I was sitting here, so the guy doesn't sight. I'm like, okay, cool. I probably held the last guy, but instead of sitting here, if you guys know, there is a tight angle behind the box. I kill the Frost. I do kill the Frost. Okay, that's good. I do kill the Frost here, but instead of sitting there, I should have held that tight angle on the little box. It's like a little box if you guys didn't see it. Right down. If you can show it, to actually show it. Oh. Here, this box right here. It is hard to get. This box, you know, I should have. There's a pixel peeking hold here when you're prone, and I should have done that because I didn't know if she knew I was. I didn't have intel. You know what I mean? So it's better to be safe than sorry like this, because this was a very vulnerable angle. But again, it did work out. But I could have done better, and that's really the theme. Okay. Here is another clip as Mozzie in right now operation phase, as you can see, making a rotate here to create another line of sight if they're going to push banana. To you know, confuse the attackers, make it harder for them, and also as an extra rotate for me, especially since archives. It's obviously an overly side in my opinion. I think I don't play properly, but it's my opinion. We're forcing the double wall here, so if someone were to play, so let me go back. If someone were to play, if I can go back, where was it? If someone were to play on these, let me get my thing back. These desks, because usually you have a shotgun, a smoke shotgun usually does sit here, or stand here in fact, with a shotgun and with a deployable shield on the door and, you know, spray someone down. But as you can see, the dog is immediately utilizing the angle I just created and making a tight angle with that. I could have filled the blind spot here. Again, blind spot. This is a blind spot technically. Not actually. Technically, it isn't a blind spot, but I could have filled a roll here. But that's the reason I reinforced that, and I'll show you what I did. So the dog used my rotate. I sat on an off angle here, obviously because it has a lot of cover because I'm going to be joining, but I'm also going to be joining banana the entire time. Anyway, so it wouldn't matter if I sat on the desk. I leave my drone here for a bit, and I get this. So get off my drone. Sage kills Mida and Cav kills someone on the other team, but it just becomes contested. Now in my head I'm like, what just happened? You know what I mean? I'm like, what? You know, how are they in sight? How they barricade? I didn't hear anything. So I'm basically confused as hell. But I decide, I keep my emotions in check, and also stay calm. So what I decide to do, I know my teammate's in sight, so I know if I go in, at least I'll have some, especially since he just killed someone, he's already going to and I go, and I see immediately, I'm using Angle by the way, I see immediately a guy behind, file 1, so I was like, okay, so there's someone there. I saw him 1-2 on my right, if you guys see the shadow. I see an Ash here. There were 2 different guys, and I think the other guy ran out somewhere. Ran out to, like, open or something. So I killed the Ash, and I'm like, oh, where's the other guy going? But he was gone, I assumed. So, I guess that's C4. And here's another tip for you guys. This is a common angle. This is a common, angle right here. So, you know, common angles mean people are pretty much going to predict where you are, pre-fire you, and just have intel that they really shouldn't about you. So I was thinking about this, and I think it was here I realized it, because I was getting a little bit scared, because I didn't have intel on where they were, but I decided I need to move off that common angle, because I'm just going to get pre-fired. See the Zofia, go for the shots. I didn't realize the mirror was Still up, surprisingly it was. Zofia here, and I know the last two is Monty and Zofia, so I decide to focus on that Zofia. Get the frag. Clean shot. And obviously now it's all Monty. I had a dock, so I wasn't worried about that. So I was just trying to get a kill on him, and I obviously did. And I'm getting a kill. I feel like I could probably go more in depth if I had a better understanding. Granted, these clips are kind of brain dead clips, but they do represent the meta and what we need to know. This is important, you know, aggressive meta tips. Now, sure, looking at the leaderboard right now, 3-0. I think I actually connected to this game. So 3-0, you know, cool. I got kills. By the end of the day, that's not what all Siege is about, because being smart can result in kills, but it can result in assists. It can even result in just going 0-1. But this guy could be a very helpful player. You know, he could give amazing class. He could tell you if he's crouched, standing, peeking the door, what side. You know what I mean? And you could just be this guy that hits his shots and gives fairly good callouts, sort of in between, and then you can be a fragger, you know, just fragging out, playing off of these two players, and it works every way. This guy can play with this guy can play with this guy, and this guy can play with this guy. It works anyway. So that's all I have for you guys. But if you guys did actually enjoy listening to my tips, and I'd recommend actually doing this at home if you're playing Siege and you're just not improving right now. Recommend this, and this is a more freestyle video. Be sure to drop a like if you actually enjoyed it, and see you guys.